welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. On this channel, I try really hard to make the very complicated task of budgeting more fun and accessible to everyone. I do this by sharing my own personal budgeting journey and struggles. We are a low-income family. We do week-to-week budgeting, and we are currently focused on paying off debt. My ultimate goal is to one day be completely debt-free. If this is something that you are interested in, I hope that you will consider following my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. In today's video, we are going to close out my family budget for the second week of January. We're going to set up my budget for the third week of January. We're also going to do a little game where we're going to make an extra payment to a credit card today, and you guys are going to help me out with that, so that's always fun. And then finally, at the end of the video, I am going to do a family update for those of you who've been around for a while and you know what's going on with my family and you want to hear an update. I'm going to do that at the end of the video. By the way, if you are wondering about March stickers, they are currently available on the Etsy shop. I have 3 new designs. I have a beautiful green design called Green Dreams. I have a rainbow design. I love to do rainbows in March, and it is called Taste the Rainbow. And then I have a beautiful floral design called Pink Lady. So I hope you will head over to my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description box below, and check out those new designs. Okay friends, let's jump in and get started. So this year for my family budget, I've decided to use the ERIN CONDREN 8.5 by 11 monthly planner. I am an ERIN CONDREN affiliate, and I do have an affiliate link in the description box below. Using an affiliate link doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help me out. So if you do choose to purchase from ERIN CONDREN, I would really appreciate it if you would use my link. So let's start this week by seeing where we spent our money. By the way, I have my purple stickers, so I don't have to write in purple anymore. So starting with bills, the first bill we paid this week, we put $5 in our garbage envelope for garbage. We do cash envelopes for our variable expenses and a few bills that aren't covered by my husband's paycheck, and I'll show you more detail of that later. So we also put $10 in cash aside in an envelope for Alliant Energy, which is the gas for our house. And then we did pay a bill to Google Fi for $54. Okay, moving on to debts. So this week we made a payment to loan number 2 for $142. I just noticed I didn't put a sticker here for last week for loan number 2. We make a payment to loan number 2 every week. It actually comes out of my bank automatically every Tuesday. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a sticker for that really quickly. Okay, there we go. So that was it for debt payments last week. Moving on to food. We budgeted $200 for food last week. Moving on to gas. I should say we budgeted and we spent. So moving on to gas, we spent $20 on gas. We didn't spend any money on miscellaneous, but we did spend $50 on spending money. Okay, so it was a pretty quick week. It was a low budget week for us. My income is variable, so let's just look at the week. Let's just look at the worksheets for each week. So starting with the monthly budget. So my husband David, he is paid once a month, and he has a fixed amount that he's paid. So what we do with that is we pay all of the bills that we can pay, all of those fixed expense bills, so bills and debts that have a fixed payment amount. We pay those with his paycheck, and then anything we can't cover with his paycheck is covered with my week-to-week paycheck, which is variable. So as far as bills go, Google Fi came out this week, and we budgeted $55 and it was $54. So we were really close. That's awesome. Okay, let's move on to the weekly budget, looking at week number 2. So the way I have my budget set up is I have my expense tracker on this page, and then I have my budget on this page. And I will zoom in for you so you can see a little bit easier what I'm doing here. But I really like to pay myself $600 a week. My income is a variable income, and I have multiple sources of streams of income, but the two main sources are Etsy and YouTube. And I just didn't make enough money last week to pay myself $600. So I only made $427. Buy Me a Coffee is a tipping app where sometimes my viewers like to give us a tip, and they ask me to include this link in the description box of my videos. So sometimes we get a little extra money there, and we always are so thankful when that happens, and we try to put it to really good use. But we didn't have any last week, which was totally fine. So we only had $427 to work with, and that's exactly what we had to work with last week. Okay, moving on to sinking funds. So last week we chose not to do any sinking funds because we were working with a low budget, so we skipped it for last week. Moving on to our fixed expenses. So loan number 2, like I said earlier, that comes out automatically every week. So every week we have to pay it no matter what. And then we put $5 aside for garbage and $10 aside for Alliant. So altogether that came to $157. 427 minus 157. That left us with $270 to work with. Okay, moving down to our variable expenses. So last week we budgeted $200 for food, and thank goodness we were able to stick to budget. This is my biggest oh, I have such a hard time sticking to that budget, but we were able to do it, and I'm so thankful. We were also able to stick to our $20 gas budget. We didn't spend any money on miscellaneous expenses, and we spent $50 on spending money. So altogether, we spent $270 on our variable expenses, and then we were out of money. So we didn't have any money to do an extra debt payment, which is what we're trying to do every week. I'm trying to make an extra payment to my credit card that we're currently working on. We're trying to pay it off as quickly as possible. So that's what I've been doing here. Okay, moving over to week 3. Let's get the week 3 budget set up. This is going to cover the time period of January 19th through January 25th. So to start with, this was a good week for us. So I was able to pay myself the $600 that I like to pay myself. We also received some Buy Me a Coffees. Shout out and a big thank you to Modern Mom, Budget, and Cheryl. Thank you guys so much. They gave us $30 to work with this week. So altogether we have $630 to work with. Okay, so let's start with sinking funds. So sinking funds are expenses that come up throughout the year. What usually once a year. Birthdays come up a couple times a year, a few times a year, but all the other ones come up once a year. I know I'm gonna have to pay them, so instead of making big payments to them once a year, I put a little aside week to week, so when those things come up, I have the money to pay them. And we're actually gonna be stuffing this cash into envelopes in just a moment here. So first of all, today we're going to put $3 towards Amazon, $7 towards back to school expenses, $10 to birthdays, $10 to car maintenance, $5 to car registration, $25 to Christmas, $3 to our annual Sam's Club membership, $50 to vacation, and $10 to vet. So all together that comes to $123. So $630 minus 123. That is $507. Okay, so we now have $507 to work with to pay our other expenses. So moving up to our fixed expenses, these are our bills and our debts. So first we have loan number 2, and that comes out automatically. $142 will come out of our account. And then garbage, we like to set aside $5 for garbage. Garbage comes out once every 3 months, so we set aside $5 every week. And when we get to that point where we have enough to pay for that bill, I put the money back into the bank account. Alliant is going to get $10. Food is going to get $200. This has really been the magic number for us. It's still hard for us to stick to this, but at least we're able to stick to this. So I know some people are able to do less, and I have mad admiration for you guys, but this is what works best for my family. And then we're gonna do $20 for gas. And miscellaneous, we're gonna figure that out together in just a second here. But spending, we are gonna do $50. That's 10 for Logan, 20 for me, and 20 for David. Okay, so let's calculate all this and then see how much we have left over for miscellaneous. So starting with our fixed expenses, so 142, 5, and 10. That is 157. So 507 minus 157. That is 350. So this is 220 and 50, that's 270. So 350 minus 270. Okay, we're left with 80. So 30 of that was from Buy Me a Coffee. And we're definitely gonna be putting all of that to an extra debt payment that we're currently trying to work on paying off our Visa bill, and we're making a payment every week to this bill, every week we can. We couldn't last week. But we're gonna put $30 of that towards this. So that leaves us with 50 for miscellaneous, but we're also gonna put some of that towards the Visa payment as well. So this is how I do it. I'm going to pull out 3 numbers. Let's do either 20, 30, or $40 towards the extra bill payment this week. So I asked you guys a couple videos ago to pick a number, either 1, 2, or 3. And we had 16 friends pick number 1, 14 pick number 2, and 15 pick number 3. Wow, this was so close this week. So number 1 is the winner. So let's turn this over and mix this up really well. And we will see how much we are going to put, in addition to that $30 towards our Visa payment today. So number 1 was the winner. Nice, $30. So we are gonna put $60 towards the Visa bill. And that means we have 20 for miscellaneous expenses this week. So let's just go back here and see what the other numbers were. So if you picked number 2, that would have been 40, which is awesome. I'm in a let's pay off debt kind of mood right now. So I'm happy with the high numbers. And then number 3 was 20. Okay, so moving back to the budget here. So now we have our variable expenses. Let me quickly add those together. So our variable expenses are $290, so $350 minus $290. That is $60, and all of that is going to go towards an extra debt payment today. So the subtotal for our extra payment is $60, bringing our budget down to 0. I like to end every week at 0, which simply means I have a place for all of my money. I am telling my money where to go. I am in control of my money. So that's what we're doing today. Now that I know how much is going to go in each category, including this extra debt payment, I'm going to run to the bank, grab the cash, and we are going to stuff these envelopes. Okay, so we have $288 that we're going to stuff today. So let's count this first to make sure it's 288. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. Yes, perfect. And also, so my son Jacob had also borrowed some money from our vacation envelope. We gave him some money from the vacation envelope to help him pay off a car repair that he needed to have done. So he did pay us back 100 of that. So we are going to also stuff that today and back into that envelope. So let's start with our sinking funds. So today we are going to add $3 to our Amazon envelope. 1, 2, 3. And now let's see how much we have saved up. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we currently have $18 saved up for that. Next up is our back to school envelope, and we are going to save $7. towards that today. So 5, 6, 7. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So we have $35 for that. Next is birthdays. And we're going to add $10 to that today. So now we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Next is car maintenance. And today we are going to add $10 to car maintenance. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, and 20. 120. Next is car registration, and we're going to put $5 towards our car registration today. So we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So we have $80 saved up for our car registration. Next is Christmas, and today we are going to put $25 towards Christmas. So there's 20, and here is a 5. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 170. Oh, that's so exciting. We're doing really good on that so far. Okay, Sam's Club. So we are going to add $3 to our Sam's Club membership. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have $18 saved up for that. Next is our vacation fund. So we have some money, but also Jacob had borrowed some money. So let's update this. My sticky note is sticking. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to cross this off and I'm going to write 100 because he has paid us back 100 already. So Jacob still owes us another 100, but he gave us 100, so 20, 40, 60, 81. Plus, we are also going to put in another $50 today. So 20, 40, and 50. I'm saving up for this more aggressively because it's going to be happening in less than 6 months, so we have to pay it. We have to get it saved up really quickly. Okay, so 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92. So we currently have 200, plus when Jacob gives us that, we'll have 300 in here. So moving right along with that goal. Next up is vet. So we're going to add $10 today, and let's see how much we have. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40. So we have 140. So this is for a couple of things. It's for our annual vet visit, but it's also for any other emergencies, like vet emergencies that come up during the year. I really need to condense this down. It's getting thick. Next, we're going to do our bills. So we are going to set aside $5 for garbage. We need to save up $60, and then we have enough to pay that bill. So we currently have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're also going to put $10 towards Alliant Energy. Once we get $40 saved up, we'll have enough to pay for that bill. Okay, so that's it for bills. Moving on to our cash envelopes. So first of all, I'm going to get $20 of spending money. Logan is going to get $10 in spending money. Oops. David will get $20. And we're going to put $20 to gas and $20 to miscellaneous. Okay, so the rest of this then can go to our credit card payment, and I totally forgot I was going to leave that money in the bank so I could just go make a payment right away. So I'll need to go back, deposit this into the bank, and then make that payment. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking straight. But I did want to let you know, as far as our savings go, because we worked on our savings last year, we now have a $1,000 cushion in our checking account, and we also have a $1,000 emergency fund. So we do have those savings. Oh, looks like I have some more cash that needs to go towards that debt. We've already paid off $1,000 of that debt. That's what this is here. But let's add this to that payment today as well. So I'm actually going to pay the 7 plus the 60. So $67 is going to go to a credit card this week, to our credit card. So I'm going to just put that back here. That's what I do. Anytime I need to deposit money back into the bank, I put it back here, and then it reminds me when I go to the bank, oh, this money goes back to the bank. Okay friends, so that is it for this portion of the video. I am going to do that family update if you want to stick around and check that out. But I do want to thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, will you please give it a thumbs up? And also, please don't forget to comment down in the description box below. Tell me what number you want for next week. Do you want 1, 2, or 3? Okay, let's do that family update. Okay guys, so I just want to give you a quick family update, and Mark has to be in the thing in the picture. So first of all, thank you so much for your kind words and your thoughts and your prayers. It is so greatly appreciated. I really, really do appreciate it. So let's start with Logan. Logan is worlds better than when he was in the hospital last month. He's doing so much better. We are just trying to take things day by day. Days are still pretty unpredictable, and I don't always know what a day is going to look like or feel like. So that's why I have, things have kind of changed around here. I am not making as many videos as I was making before, and my turnaround time in the Etsy shop has been closer to that 2-week period. So what I'm focusing on right now is Logan. Really, that's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm giving him as much time and attention as he needs and I can provide. So the YouTube videos have been suffering a little bit. I have managed to keep up with my family budgeting videos, but everything else has just kind of gone by the wayside because I'm prioritizing getting Etsy orders out, Patreon orders, getting those things done and out first, and then I'm moving on to YouTube. But once I get all that done after taking care of Logan, I feel like I just at my max right now. So that's why there's been less content on the channel. If you've noticed that there's been less content on the channel. So that's really it. I just wanted to give you an update because I just felt like it was time to give you guys an update and let you know where we are now. Not a whole lot has changed. We're just taking it day by day, and I'm trying to do the best job I can with everything that I'm doing, but it's hard, but I'm trying. I don't want to be a downer. But one thing is, if you've been around a while, you may know that I took medication for anxiety and depression, which really I felt like was caused by my teaching job. And I stayed on the medication after I left teaching, but they've been slowly weaning me off of it. And I was actually completely off of it at the time that Logan went into the hospital. And I found that I needed it again to just deal with everything. So I'm back on my medication, and I think that's okay. I think when we need help, it's okay to reach out and say, I need help. So I'm back on my medication, so I'm hoping that that's gonna help me out. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that I can get back to more content. I just gotta get used to this new life and this new schedule and everything. So hopefully that will happen in the future. I would like to make planning videos again and vlogs and all the fun stuff. So fingers crossed we can get back there. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.